Yo, so low-key this title caught me by surprise. It's just kind of interesting. I even low-key, let me go to the thumbnail real quick. I just want to show y'all. Hold on. So it used like a Vinland Saga little thumbnail or whatever, the only way out. It's
In
pretty
anime, the most
interesting. Um, the most dangerous lion anime, the Golden Age psychological trap. And based on the title, I'm getting a few ideas, but I still don't understand necessarily what he's gonna go for in this video. So that's really just what intrigued me about this.
dangerous weapon isn't a sword or a in anime, the most dangerous weapon isn't a sword or a titan. It's weaponized nostalgia. We call it the Golden Age myth. A perfect
Oh, okay. So literally nostalgia. Okay, even anime fans deal with this. There's so many. Okay, while I do agree that pre-time skip One Piece is better than post-time skip, some people purely only say that pre-time skip is better due to nostalgia. And they just keep thinking, oh man, these peaks, they only remember the peaks of pre-time skip One Piece. They don't remember all the horrible pacing, the slow arcs. They just remember the peaks, like Luffy versus Arlong, all this stuff. Like, nostalgia blinds people.
shining dream of a past that never actually existed. While
Yup, Berserk had it. Even just, bro, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kenjaku is obsessed with like this golden age of sorcery. Jogo was obsessed with it. The little volcano head. Sukuna was a little bit obsessed with like, let me not say obsessed. I mean, even Sukuna kind of wanted the golden age of sorcery, I believe, the Heian era kind of. Yeah. It's really just kind of a trap.
everyone talks about the complex master plans of anime's greatest villains, they're missing the most effective tool, a psychological scheme used to manipulate your sense of reality. From the Band of the Hawk's rise to power, to the real-world political myths of a greatest generation, we're exposing the dark psychology behind the world's most dangerous lie, and why no character weaponizes that lie better than the White Hawk himself, Griffith. For the entire Golden Age arc, Mayora tricks us. He dresses Griffith in gleaming silver and places him in grand balls, and we absorb it as nostalgia, the chivalry, the camaraderie, the dream of a perfect kingdom. That's the weapon being loaded. But Griffith didn't build that prestige, he exploited it. The eclipse isn't just a tragedy, it's the moment the mask slips. The Golden Age doesn't end because Griffith becomes evil. When a man whose entire identity is built on a lie loses the ability to wear the mask, he doesn't reflect, he just finds a darker mask, one that doesn't require him to pretend he was ever good at all. That manipulation wasn't just working on Casca, it was working on you. But while Griffith uses this myth to weaponize souls, Attack on Titan shows us what happens when it weaponizes an entire nation. Flock and the Jaegerists aren't just fighting for survival, they're rallying behind the ghost of a new Eldian empire.
Bro, Flock's character was saved in season 4. Like, some people don't like him, but like let me not say I understand him. Actually, I probably understand what he's thinking, and I respect him to a degree. Like, I just understand Flock's character, and honestly, bro was kind of goated, man. He was kind of goated, man. Flock just like, it's just like in seasons 1 through 3 of Attack on Titan, I didn't even remember who this guy was, and in season 4, he's just like, he's locked in, bro. Like, he was so locked in. Even his death, his conclusion, like, he was crazy and he fought for what he believed in, man. Great writing.
They're fueled by nostalgia for a past they were never taught, and the irony is that the Eldian Golden Age was a multi-ethnic nightmare of slavery and internal power struggles. It was a world built on the subjugation of the subjects of Ymir, not some noble racial purity. This isn't just a fictional trick, it's the oldest political con in the book. Those who obsess over a pure ancient Rome, they borrow the prestige of an empire that was actually a cosmopolitan superpower, with emperors from Syria and North Africa, and they bleach it until it fits their modern narrative. When you tell a true believer that their golden age is a lie, they get furious, because without that myth, they're just another monster with a flag. But here's what Isayama doesn't let you off the hook for. Before you judged Flock, you were Flock. He made sure of it. And if Attack on Titan shows the nationwide lie, and Berserk shows the soul-crushing lie, then Vinland Saga shows us the only way out. Withdrawal. In season 1, we sold the ultimate golden age myth, Valhalla. That's the nostalgia. A warrior's paradise so beautiful, it makes murder feel meaningful. You didn't just watch Thorfinn chase it, you cheered for it. Season 2.
Withdrawal isn't necessarily a bad thing, a bad solution. If you can't change something, forget about it. Like, just in general. Like, if something is out of your control, don't just stop caring about it. Don't worry about it.
Is Yukimura making you reckon with that? It treats violence not as a heroic choice, but as a psychological addiction. Thorfinn isn't just sad.
It's literally, bro, low-key, I'm gonna bring up JJK, but it's like Yuji worrying about like Yuji being sad over the Shibuya incident when he literally couldn't control it. Sukuna had taken over his body, and Yuji is still blaming himself for the Shibuya incident because he was like quote unquote too weak or whatever. But it's just like, you literally can't control Sukuna. You can't control Sukuna taking over your body. So just forget about it, man. Like, yes, he used your body to obviously, you know, destroy Shibuya, but still, just forget about it. It was out of your control, you know? It's just a bad mentality to worry about things that you can't control. You'll end up like Yuji, or maybe even like Subaru from ReZero or something.
He's in detox. He has the intrusive memories, the emotional numbness, and the compulsive anger of someone whose entire identity was built on a violent lie. The most dangerous part of the Golden Age myth is that it requires an enemy. To be a hero, you need a villain to crush. But Thorfinn comes to a realization.
I have no enemies.
Probably the single most iconic quote in anime, I believe. I mean, yeah, I always see I have no enemies, to be honest. I don't know if there's... I'm trying to think of any other quotes that could compete, but none are really coming to mind. This isn't a quote, but I'm thinking of like Naruto versus Pain, like Pain's speech on justice or whatever, but it's not really a quote, it's more so a speech, so whatever, I'll give it to Vinland.
It's a peaceful quote. It's liberation. It's him realizing that if you define someone as your enemy, you've already let the myth win. Vinland's saga proves that the hardest part of the Golden Age isn't winning the war. It's figuring out who you are once the war is over and the mask is gone. Thorfinn had to lose everything to realize he'd been handed an enemy he never chose. The question is, who handed you yours? This Golden Age psychological trap isn't just a writing trope. It's a blueprint being used on us in the real world right now. Popular culture romanticizes and whitens ancient history, and we absorb it as nostalgia before we even realize what we're consuming. Think of 300 turning the Battle of Thermopylae.
Yeah, like here's the thing, there's so much nostalgia about like just the like Roman Empire or whatever, like whatever really. There's just nostalgia in general, but my point is like the world in the past was literally just like more cruel, less empathetic. Like, you don't want to go to war. Nobody wants to go to war. Like, let's be for real. Like, nobody wants to risk death unless you're just crazy or something. I don't know. But like, yeah, I don't know. Nostalgia, it's kind of weird.
Into a binary of white heroes versus brown barbarians. White nationalist communities then pick up that already distorted image and radicalize it further. White nationalist leader Richard Spencer called for the United States to become an all-white ethnostate, describing it as a new Roman Empire. But the irony is, emperors came from North Africa, Syria, and Spain. The empire's ideology was about citizenship and power, not racial lineage. Just as the Eldian Empire was not the pure civilization they imagined. When Cambridge historian Professor Mary Beard simply pointed out the ethnic diversity of Roman Britain, she faced a torrent of aggressive insults. That rage isn't about history. It's the exact same psychological fracture we see in Flock. The identity requires the myth. It's the same rage Flock feels when Armin questions the glory of Eldia. It's the same fracture Griffith experiences when Guts leaves. It's the same emptiness Thorfinn feels when he realizes Valhalla was just a beautiful lie. The nostalgia was always the weapon. So the next time you watch an anime that sells you a golden age, whether it's the glory of Eldia, the chivalry of the Band of the Hawk, or the honor of Valhalla.
Nostalgia is incredibly powerful, and I'm just gonna mention this because it's on my mind. Crunchyroll recently posted a trailer for this like adult. Well, let me not phrase it like that. I don't want you guys getting the wrong idea. So Crunchyroll posted a trailer for this anime, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You or whatever. Giga kind of talked about this manga a while ago. It's finally getting an anime adaptation. And I just want to say, I'm excited to watch it, but it's not even like, how do I explain this? It's like nostalgia is kind of the reason I'm like hyping it up so much and I want to watch it so much, and I'm so hyped that there's finally a trailer out for it. Um and it's like I didn't even actually read the manga. I've never actually read the manga. It's simply just nostalgia because I've heard about it in the past. Like, it's so weird. I never actually read the manga or experienced it. I simply just watched Giguk's overview of the manga. Like, I just watched him kind of, talk about it, glaze the show a bit, he likes it. And now that I'm seeing it again years later, it's just, I don't know, I have this view of it that it's like peak or that it's gonna be great. It's just weird. I haven't even actually read the manga and I'm already hyping it up. Like, nostalgia is truly powerful. That's ultimately what I'm trying to say.
Hala, ask yourself one question. Who benefits from me believing this was real? Because the answer is rarely the people living in it. It's almost always the people selling you the myth.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's got a point here. I get what he's going for. 100%. And I guess I like how he tied it to the real world. Yeah, I guess anime kind of maybe has a little bit of politics. Yeah, I get what he's saying, honestly, and I agree with it for the most part. Let me show you guys. Crunchyroll. Let's go here. So let's go to Crunchyroll. Let's go to videos. I'm gonna show you guys, just so you guys know which one. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. A lot of people say that she's a Makima clone. So the reason I was gonna say like adult and then I paused is because like this is like one of the first romance animes that actually feature like adults instead of high schoolers, I think I read a comment about that. But if I had phrased it like it's an adult anime, you guys would have thought I was talking about like some weird shit. No, I just mean it's literally adults in a romance anime. Wow, a slice of life romance with adults. How refreshing. It's the first comment under Crunchyroll and all this, bro. So you're telling me not all Japanese people are high school Oh my god, bro. So a lot of people just compare her to Makima. I guess she's got like this little domineering kind of like frame overall. She does tobacco and all that. So like, she just seems a bit more like, I don't want to say masculine, but like I don't know how to even phrase this correctly because I don't want to say she's like masculine for doing that, but like I guess she feels a bit more real, Like it just gets rid of the hyper femininity tropes in anime. Like here she's probably a bit more like quote unquote feminine. But like look at this scene. Yeah, just like her kind of like standing over him. He's the one blushing, My only issue with this is I think there's like a bit of an age gap, but for the sake of the anime, honestly, I don't even know if I care too much. I think she's 23, he's 30 or 40. If he's 40, then honestly, yeah, it's really bad. I'm hoping he's like 30. I don't remember this dude's age. Yeah, I don't know. But all I'm going to say is people are comparing this dude to Higuruma from JJK, and people are comparing her to Makima from freaking Chainsaw Man. And I see why. Now, I see why people compare her to Makima. And low-key, even why he's compared to Higuruma. He's wearing a business suit. I don't think he's a lawyer. He's just a businessman who works at a company firm. But he wears a suit in the same way Higuruma also wears a professional suit. Like, you can see the similarities. But yeah, she's just kind of over him. He's blushing and he's older than her. Yeah, it's just like, bro, look at his eyes twitching. Dear Lord. Okay, let me just finish this up. So lastly, this anime is just kind of, it's incredibly unique because it's just a stupid romance anime, and even the concept is technically stupid. they just have a quick like smoke every time behind the supermarket, and that's about it. Like the concept is dumb. The execution is pretty good though, and also it's probably also because Giga hyped this up a bit. Let's be honest, Giga has massive influence, but it just looks interesting. I'd recommend you guys watch it if you want to. Just give it at least like give it a 2-episode test, not even a 3-episode test. Just give it 2 episodes. If you don't like it, you obviously don't have to watch it, but I mean, it looks chill. It looks cool.